Hey guys, how's it going? Lucas here with Love Cubs Gaming. We're back with another mod review. It has been ages since the last mod review. And let me just fly over here. If you guys remember the last mod review, I did the Thuts elevator mod. This time, we are going to be doing Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod. That's right, so this has a lot of different furniture, a lot of different things you can actually do with the mod. It is so much fun. So I just thought I'd get right in here, and this is the recipe book. This can't be crafted, but if you grab it out of creative, you can then go through it all and see exactly, like if you go to freezer, you'll see what you can do with the freezer, and like you can actually get packed ice. So much easier to get obsidian. Like you can do all these different things. Also, if you just scroll through it all, like you can see everything. So that's awesome. I'll put that over here. And I thought we would start with, let's start with kitchen. So look at all of this different kitchen stuff. So I'm going to grab the fridge, oven, the range, the fire alarm, garbage bin. I'm just going to grab it all. Yes, grab it all. All right. And then of course we've got food. We'll look at the food in a bit. So I thought over here would be a good place for the kitchen. This is where I have my day, night vision, and night settings for the world. But if I put that there, I can actually access the fridge. So that's cool. Can I do it? Huh. This must be the freezer where you can actually put the water buckets and stuff in. So that's cool. Let's put the oven. Actually, let's grab kitchen cabinets. These things are awesome because, how do I want to do this? Oh, that's not what I thought they were. Yeah, let me get those back. It is kitchen counters. That's what I want. So you can see here, they're super easy to break. And they will curve in whatever direction you put them. So I'll just bring this all the way along. And I thought I would do something like a little bit of a building area for each room. So that's the kitchen counter. The oven, I wonder if this will work. That's not bad. And inside of it, I can actually cook some things. That's sweet. Let's get the kitchen counter, or cabinets out. I can put a cabinet right above the fridge. No, I won't put a cabinet right above the fridge. But I could potentially do this. Have floating cabinets. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can actually click on them. They do connect together. But if I do that and actually just go / game mode creative. The oven. Let me just bring all this all the way across. And right above the oven here, if I put the overhead range, so it gives it a little bit of light, and it's a range. Actually, I think it would look better. Just like that. That is perfect. So I'm just going to finish up this row of cabinets, and we'll be back. Okay, so the cabinets are in. What I think next is we of course need our kitchen sink. So I'll put the kitchen sink right there. Perfect. You need to have a water source under the block. Okay, so let me try getting a water bucket out. So we've got our sink here filled with water. I want to put a dishwasher right beside the sink. So if I put that there, I can wash my tools. And by wash, I mean repair. So with this, you got to put a bucket of soapy water right inside of here. And then you put any damaged tools, weapons, bow and arrow, or just bow, I guess, anything inside here, and you hit start, and it will literally repair every single one of your tools. It is so cool. Like everything is so, like it has a purpose. I want to put a smoke detector right near my range. I wonder if that actually works. So let's see if this smoke detector actually works. Come on. Doesn't look like it's gonna work. Okay, we've got our smoke detector on the ceiling. Now I want to add some bar stools around here, just so like they can actually sit down at the counter, kitchen counter. I think this is pretty decent. Beautiful. Next we have a garbage bin. So I'm going to put a garbage bin right back here. And basically what that is, once I put it inside of here and hit empty, it's gone. It's gone forever. No way in getting that back. So I want to put a microwave right there. It does pretty much the same thing. You can cook other foods. Toaster. Now I've got a cookie jar. Now, what does a cookie jar do? Well, if I get cookies, I can actually right-click the cookies inside the cookie jar, and you can see them in there. Like, how cool is that? Can I... Oh, okay. Well, I'll put the cookies back in there. Now let's put a blender down right there. Oh, I'm blending blenders, apparently. That's actually kind of cool that you can put stuff in there. Oh, I can put a whole bunch of stuff. I'm blending blenders and cookie jars and lapis lazuli. That is so cool. All right, you learn something new every day. So what else do we have here? We have the cutting board. We've got plates and lots of food. And a knife and a spatula. So with the cutting board, I can put it down just as you would expect to do. Actually, that's someone's seat. There we go. And plates. Let's put a plate down right there. There. That's pretty decent. There you go, buddy. Perfect. And we have cups. I don't think these cups can be set down. No, they can't. But I'm pretty sure if you fill them up with water, then you can actually use them as a normal cup. So we've also got bread. Cooked kebabs, raw kebabs, cooked sausage, and sausage. It's food with the pack. If I go / game mode, actually I want to go survival. And if I stand here for a second, so it brings me right down. So that's one hunger bar. Basically what that is a loaf of bread on a cutting board. I've also got cooked kebabs. Okay, that gave 2. How about sausage? Also 2. So not horrible. So with the loaf of bread, if I come over here to the actual cutting board and right click it on the cutting board and then use a knife, I get 6 slices of bread. That's how that works. That's really cool. Okay, so inside the living room chest, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm just going to take out, so these cabinets are all essentially the same. I want the dark colors. So let's go with dark oak. Then I want this grand chair, some blinds and curtains, the radio, and some lamps. So to start, actually let me get some brick. And with this, I should be able to put the fireplace down right there. And this mantle like this. So it kind of gives it a bit of a different look. Now if I grab stairs and put them there, I think right here actually. Perfect. So it just pops out, it adds that little extra bit of detail and it looks so good. So that's the fireplace. Now we've got, let me grab some couches. And I can put this couch, I want it directly in front of the fireplace. Just like that. I can also do like a sectional where it's kind of like, makes a U shape. I think that's pretty cool. Let's make it one more out each way. Perfect. So now if I take some dye, let's say I want a cyan couch. That's right, you just right click it on the couch. You need a lot of it apparently. And you can change the color of your couch. Like, how cool is that? Boom. So now we've got a nice couch. I want to have a fancy chair. Let's put it right. Yeah, that's actually not bad. Let's put one right there as well. No, no, no. We're going to put them right beside the fireplace. There we go. Now we've got blinds. This isn't going to work well in my base. No, it will not work well at all in my base. But if you right click it, you can actually open the blinds and close the blinds. It's pretty cool. Same thing with the curtains, I believe. Yep, so if you had a nice window, like something like that, you can see out it and close them, and you can't see out the window at all. Same thing with these here. So that's pretty cool. So the bedside cabinets, I'm actually not making a bedroom anywhere because there aren't any special beds. So maybe when I actually get a mod with special beds or something like that, I will use this as well. But I'm going to use it right here. That's not bad. Okay, and then I got these dark oak cabinets, which I thought might look good right there. And they're actually usable. You can store stuff in them. Same with the bedside table. And also with the bedside table, you can set stuff on top of it. And play music. I don't think there's a way to turn this off. Oh my god. There. It's off. It's off. Be warned. You can't turn the thing off. Unless... Ha 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 ha. You have to shift click. So you can turn it on, any song you want, shift click, and it turns off. How awesome is that? We've also got a couple more things here. We've got a lamp, which actually doesn't give off any light, but it looks cool. I'm gonna go put it over here in the corner. And this candle does give off light. Looks really cool with the flames right there. That is awesome. Moving on to the next thing, we've done kitchen and living room. Now we've got the tables and chairs. So you can kind of see there's coffee tables of all the different colors. I'm going to take myself a, dark oak, but I'm going to get myself a acacia kitchen table with birch chairs. Yep, that's right. So the kitchen, or the coffee table will go nicely right here. Nice and long. It actually looks really good in this setup. And this kitchen table I'm going to set up over here. And you can see that I can go as any size that I want to. I'm actually going to bring one out this way so that I can put my chairs like this. Beautiful. So yeah, the rest of these in here, they're all crafted the same way. They're just all different kinds of wood, of course. So upstairs here is looking pretty snazzy, I must say. But we're not done yet. Let's go down a floor. This is, of course, the elevator. And down here in the basement, we've got the laundry room. It's a nice small room. There's actually not much for the laundry room. So with the washing machine in, we can put soap in. So it's the exact same deal with the thing upstairs. I take this broken armor, put it into the washing machine, hit start, and you can see that it slowly starts to increase. I'll just leave this here so you guys can see it. So as you guys can see, pretty much everything is back to full, and it only used, oh, there's actually a fair bit in here. I'm sure it would use more if it was like diamond armor or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. Oh, you can actually see it spinning in there. Look at that. That is awesome. Alright, so I close this up, the laundry room. Now we're going into the office. So inside the office here, I've got printers, TV, computer, ink cartridge, envelope, and package. So of course I need an office desk, so I grabbed myself a stone table. That looks pretty cool. I also need the office chair, so I'm thinking about doing something like this. Perfect. And with that, the computer screen can go right there. The printer can go right here. And I don't know why I have the TV in the office. The TV should go right there. It's almost like a flat screen TV, right? Right? Yeah. Villager news. That's actually really sweet. Circles in Minecraft. That's funny. That's really funny. Alright. So back to in here, I have the ink cartridge, and I can only assume it goes right there. So I'm not too sure how it works. If I grab paper, maybe it's connected to the computer somehow. So, of course, I can buy 16 hardened clay. I can actually use this on Minebay. I can buy 16 hardened clay for 1 emerald. I can buy a skeleton skull, a saddle, a spawn egg, a blank spawn egg. That's actually kind of cool. A diamond horse armor, bottle of enchanting, all these cool things with Minebay. Oh, this is how you can get the recipe book in survival mode if you knew how to make the computer, I guess. So that's kind of cool. That said, I'm still not too sure how this works. Okay guys, so I put a enchanted book inside the printer. Progress says it's almost there. Well, almost there. I have to get to 10,000 and it's using a lot of ink. And what I think it does is it copies this exact book. So if you put an enchanted book in here, it'll print out another one right here. So we'll just let that be in here and see what happens. Also in the office, I have an envelope and a package. So this is if you're playing with friends and you want to send a message or a gift to somebody. In the package, you can store things, sign it, and then mail it to someone, and then they can open it up. And that's kind of really cool, actually. With the envelope, it's the same thing. I gotta look into the air, and I can put 2 items in it, sign it, and I have mail again. So that's really, really cool. So let's check out this printer now. So if I open it up, so yeah, it completely duplicated that enchanted book. That's kind of cool. It used 2 ink cartridges, so I guess maybe it depends on what you put inside of it. But let's move on to the next thing. Next, for the furniture, we've got the bathroom over here. So if I come inside here, I've got the floor looking all nice. But inside this chest, we've got the toilet, a basin, which is basically the sink, wall cabinet, bathtub, shower, shower head, and the mirror. And this mirror is so cool. I actually love it. But we're going to put the toilet down. Yeah, I think that looks good there. I think the bathtub. Sure. Let me just see if I can grab a bucket of water. Oh yeah, here we go. Fill it right up. Perfect. Now put the shower in the corner over here. So I can walk in there. If I put that up top there and I right click it, it actually works. That's awesome. Press G. You can actually use the toilet. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. Alright, we're done here. What else do we have? The sink. I think the sink should go right there. And I think I'm going to put the mirror like that. Oh my god. It actually has the sink. You can see it perfectly there. Hello. That is so cool. There we go. Oh, you can't. I thought maybe you can make like one big mirror. But either way, that's still really, really cool. I'll put a wall cabinet there. Oh, it's quartz. It blends in perfectly. Like it's the exact same texture. But that's cool. Let's put some bathtubs inside. Oh, really? I can't put that in there? Can I put... Weird. I'm not sure what you can put in there. But either way, this is looking really good. Let's get rid of that chest. And there's our bathroom. We're almost done with everything. There is a bit of outdoor furniture though. So let me look in here. I got the doormat. I've got all these different bushes. I'm going to take just the jungle ones because they look like the most vibrant. A stone path, a bird bath. Let's take some water pipe, some fence, a doorbell. Oh, I hovered over it. This thing is amazing. I'm going to take that. Let's also get the fire pit out, and then let's just put everything else in my inventory. So, I'm out here. Now I want to do a doormat. No way, really? It's really too bad that I kind of wish there was a pressure plate as well. But if I say, welcome to home. That's kind of cool. That's actually really cool. So, I can also have bushes here. Beautiful. I can do a walking path just like that. I can put a bird bath out here. Let's put a bird bath right there and right there. Now, of course, the white picket fence. How can I not have it? I'm just going to bring it right along. All the way down to the house now. So with the white picket fence, you actually can't jump over it. So it's great for mobs. You can keep them out. You can also put a fence gate in place. So for example, if I do this right across here, and I wanted a fence gate there and there, that actually looks horrible. So we're going to ignore what I just said. I am going to do something here though. Ooh, it's looking really good so far. I'm also going to put a water tap right outside the house here. Again, you need a water source, which doesn't really seem to work. At least I can't figure it out. But it looks good nonetheless. You also can use the electric fence. Man, that's loud. And when you walk up to it, /game mode survival. When you walk up to an electric fence, ow, it hurts. You get zapped. So that's cool. I, of course, also need to have a doorbell, which doesn't really work on my house, but it works. Beautiful. And let's go put over here. Let me get my outdoor benches out. Let's come a little further this way. And of course, in the middle of the fire circle, I need a fire pit. I, of course, also need to have a mailbox right there. And inside the mailbox, you can put items in, like packages or mail or something like that. We also have this crate, is outdoor storage. So if I come over here, just like a chest, it just looks a little, I don't know, fancier. And then of course I've got the outside tables. Oh, I can't jump over those. That's cool. So I want to put a table there. That's not bad actually. No, I don't want to double stack the tables. Now I need a grill. So let's put a grill right here. We'll put the cooler down right beside the grill, just for that added little look to it. This chimney, I mean, I don't have the most, normal looking house, but the chimney's kind of cool. I'm not going to put it on. We also have a diving board, so let's put a pool right here. Ta-da! Pool. Now I want to put a diving board. I should probably move this tap. Diving board just like that. No way, really? So you can actually use the diving board. Oh, that did not work. That's really cool. So you can use the diving board and jump off of it, but the trampoline is also very similar. You can make it any size you want. So for example, but it gets a little bit bigger every time. You can also hit space to stop. Let's see how high I can get. So that seems to be how high we can get. Let's see if I can get on the roof. Oh, yes! Onto the roof. Whee! That was so much fun. What a cool mod this is. There is so much with it. There is also, I'll just quickly load up the inventory. A Christmas section with presents and a tree. This tree is really cute. That's going to be the end of today's video, guys. Please, if you liked the video, then hit that like button and that subscribe button. Also, if you want to see any other kind of mod reviews, then let me know down in the comment section down below. I will leave a link to Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod on the curse page. Also, don't forget to have a lovely day. Bye, guys.